Okay, alright, just checking OBS to make sure that the stream is running properly. Okay, so good morning or good evening everyone. Okay, depending on which part of the world you are from. Okay, my name is David and as usual I will be your host for today. Okay, so let's continue on from the previous live stream session. Okay, so during the previous live stream session, we have taken a look at the character selection screen. So we'll start with what has changed in the character selection screen. Okay, so to do so, let's change this to a backup. Okay, and let's start the game in full screen mode. Okay, before that, let me increase the volume on the desktop so that you can hear the game's audio better. Okay, so from the game starting screen, pressing any key will bring you to the new character selection screen, okay, which is this. Okay, so as you can see, I've created a cinematic scene to use as the character selection screen. Okay, so when you get to here, okay, for now there will be two playable characters. Okay, the first, and you might have noticed that the characters now have names. Okay, so the first character is called Beat and the second character is Ro, R-O. Okay, so you can start the game with the first character, but for the second character, if you have not unlocked Ro yet, okay, this is what you will see. And if you try to start the game with Ro when you have not unlocked it, okay, you will hear an error noise. Okay, the game will let you know that you can't select it as is locked. Okay, so the only way to unlock Ro is to clear stage 1. Okay, so let's do that by starting the game with Beat. Okay, so I died. So let's try again. Okay, for testing purposes, okay, I've set the number of stages that you have to clear before reaching the boss to be 1. Okay, usually it's around 4 or 5. but for testing purposes, I've set it to 1. Okay, so upon defeating Big Thief, which is the boss of the first world, you will unlock row. Okay, but notice that there's no notification that tells you that you have unlocked row. Okay, notice that the save game file has been updated. So now when you start the game, okay, row has been unlocked. And so that's the way you unlock new characters. Okay, so Ro has high mana but low health, and Ro's special move is called Stunning Nose. Okay, where he can shoot his nose to stun enemies in front of him. Okay, so as you might have noticed, Ro has quite a high amount of mana, but his health is only 4. Okay, so as you can see, Impulse isn't that useful in a tiny row. Okay, it's more useful in a small enclosed area. Okay, such as this. Okay, so if there are multiple enemies around this area, using Impulse would be the best bet. Okay, as you might have noticed, Impulse can also cause enemies to move to other areas. So you have to take note of that when you use Impulse. Okay, by the way, since Big Thief is rather huge, Impulse does not have enough power to push Big Thief away. Okay, so Ro can also be stunned. So as you can see, Ro is done just now. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is to create a notification to tell you that you have unlocked row. Okay, so this is a screenshot for when you defeat Big Thief, which is the first boss. So after defeating Big Thief, we will add a notification that will appear to tell you that you have unlocked row. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so it will appear on top here, somewhere in the center of the screen. Okay, the font size might not be so huge, so big, but okay, let's see how big do we need the font to be. Okay, so unlock. Okay, let's try 80. Okay, 80 might be too big as well. Let's try 60. Alright, what about 50 instead? Okay, 50 looks about alright. Okay, so if we add an image of row over here, okay, by the way, this is just creating the prototype of the layout, or rather a visual preview of the layout. Okay, this is so that if we want to change anything, okay, we can do it here without doing it in the game itself, which would take a lot more time, which will require you to spend a lot of time editing the code and stuff like that. Okay, it looks like it might be still too big, so okay, and this is what you will see at 100%. Okay, let's try 39 instead. And we will need this to be in the center. Should we go with, we can either go with unlock row or row unlock. Okay, let's put an exclamation mark so that it creates a more important notification. Okay, what if we do it in one single row instead? Okay, so now we need a background, or rather a small shade to serve as the background for the notification. Okay, so it would look something like this. Okay, with a different color. Okay, let's try. Okay, the edges will also be somewhat rounded. Okay, but let's go for a different color. Okay, and what if we made it transparent or translucent? Okay, we will need a different color instead, as we want to differentiate it from the game's starting tutorial text. Okay, something that suits the notification itself, and something that is rather obvious. But not that glaring. Okay, dark blue. Okay, it's not in the center, so let's centralize it. Okay, I'm just checking OBS to make sure that the stream is running. Okay. Okay, by the way, this is just a visual preview. So this background will not be what we will use. Instead, we'll go to Photoshop and create a pixel art version as the actual background image. Okay, but before that, we need to decide on the color for the background. Okay, definitely not that. Hey Rodolfo, welcome back to the channel. How is your day coming along? Okay, what if I go with something dark? No, it's not visible. Okay, right now we are in the process of adding a notification to the game. which tells you that you have unlocked the second character. Okay, and it will appear when you defeat the first boss. Right, so let's go with this color, which is whoa, okay, 102 for RGB. Okay. So let's export this image. Okay, I'll put it on the desktop. And then we will use this image to create the pixel art version for the background. Okay, so the color that we'll be using is 102